Once upon a time, in the land of things that totally happened, there was a little girl named Red. And one day, her mama said, "Take these baked goodies to your grandma's house and don't talk to strangers along the way." And Red said, "Okay, I'll be back soon." So there was Red, skipping along the forest so merrily. She didn't notice, though, that a wolf was there. And then he approached her and said, "Where are you going, little girl?" And Red said, "To my grandma's to give her some baked goods." And the wolf said, "Oh." The wolf then went to Grandma's house, and he saw that there was a window conveniently opened. And then he saw that she was in the kitchen making some tea. So he went to the front door, and he knocked. And then Grandma went to go see who it was. She thought it might have been Red. And then the wolf ran into the kitchen, and he put some roofies in her tea. And after that, he hid under the table. And then Grandma came back inside the kitchen, and she drank her tea. Then she started feeling a bit silly, and then she lost her consciousness, and she fell to the floor, and then the wolf came over, and he tied her up, and then he ate her. And then he hid her under the table. So then he dressed up as her and decided to start waiting for Red. Red finally got to Grandma's house. She knocked on the door, and the wolf yelled, "Come in!" And Red came inside. She saw Grandma in her bed. "Hello, Grandma." She looked closer at her, though. Something was different. "My, what big eyes you have, Grandma. All the better to see you with, my dear." "My, what big ears you have, Grandma. All the better to hear with you, my dear." "My, what big teeth you have, Grandma. All the better to eat you with." Red Riding Hood screamed, "Oh!" And the wolf started chasing her around the house. And then, all of a sudden, a lumberjack came through. And he started swinging his axe. And then the wolf got scared, and he left. And now Red was safe. And then they searched for Grandma, but they couldn't find her. But they did find a puddle of blood and the last bits of Grandma. And then they screamed, "Oh!" And then Red was like, wait. Let's report this to the police." And in a bit, the police came. "Oh, what do we have here? My. Let me get a sample of this blood. Now, we need to find the wolf. But before I can do that, I need to get a warrant from the judge." So, at the court, the police was like, "I swear before you, the judge, that an offense has been committed and evidence may exist on the property, which is the wolf's house." And the judge was like, "So you say the grandmother was drugged with roofies, flunitzerbam? Tied up and then eaten?" "Yes. We found traces of roofies in her blood sample, and we think that the drugs may be in his house, which means that he may possibly be hiding there too." "Huh. Your evidences, including this used rope, are sufficient for a search warrant, and a warrant for the arrest." So the police went to Wolf's house, and then the wolf answered, "Hello." And the police said, "Sir, we have a warrant to search your house to find evidence for a crime that you may have been involved with. We are looking for roofies." So the police was searching around the house. Then they find it. "Ha! We found it. You are the criminal, and we have an arrest warrant to detain you. I am arresting Mr. Wolf for causing harm to Grandmother and Red Riding Hood. It is my duty to inform you that you have the right to retain and instruct counsel without delay. Do you understand?" "Yes." "Under the Criminal Code of Canada, you are charged with Section 246, subsection B, for causing and attempting to cause the grandma to take an overpowering drug, and you are guilty of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for life. Also, you are charged under Section 348 B, C, and D, breaking and entering a dwelling place and committing an indictable offense, and you may be liable to imprisonment for life. Lastly, you are charged with Section 231, subsection 7, for second-degree murder for killing Grandma. You may be punished for imprisonment for life. So the wolf went to trial, and he was found guilty 4 years later. And then Red Riding Hood married the woodcutter, and they lived happily ever after as lumberjacks. The end.